Dunleavy, our old friend, a couple of years as the Lakers head coach. Now in his 4th year as the Clippers head coach. Doesn't seem like that long, does it? He had a 4-year run with the Blazers. Also coached the Milwaukee Bucks. And for the Lakers, the continuity, the consistency of the same starting 5. Smush and Kobe in the backcourt. Big man. Andrew Bynum in the middle. And Luke Walton and Lamar down to the baseline. What a finish for Lamar last game in 44 minutes of play. As Phil Jackson with a great record in the Crosstown City Series, taking 19 of the 24 against the Clips. So we're ready to go. First, let's head down to Patrick O'Neill. Patrick?
Joel, thank you very much. Anybody that's played basketball on a regular basis has done it. The dreaded ankle turned the sprained ankle. That's what's plagued Jordan Farmar at UCLA, and it happened again this year, Sunday against the Chicago Bulls. Jordan, he rolled his right ankle. Talking to him in the locker room, he said, yeah, he rolled it pretty good. I asked him, could you play tonight if you wanted to? He said, yes, he could, but he's got to think about the future. This is not the NCAA tournament. This is a long grind in the NBA. Phil Jackson said he will probably play on a Friday. I know, Joel, you got some inside scoop there as well. Aaron McKie, by the way, has been activated, and we'll see his first action of the year, Joel.
All right, Patrick, and I did talk to Jordan earlier tonight in the locker room. You saw him too, Stu, and he said, I'll be back Friday. Well, his heart was talking. I don't know if his head was, but I know his heart was talking.
Well, I'm hoping that he understands what the medical staff has told him, and they wouldn't have told him that he could possibly be back Friday if he couldn't. So I think that's a good sign that he's looking to be back by Friday.
Andrew Bynum controls it. Joey Crawford tossed it up. He's joined by Sean Corbin and Eli Rowe, the 3 officials. Smush up against Sam Cassell. You talked about some of the matchups. And Lamar coming off a 23-10 effort. Lamar, first points of the game, off the front of the rim, and Kaman clears it out with the box out.
Well, you know, I talked about the matchup with Chris Kaman going up against Andrew Bynum. But also, I'm interested about the matchup with whoever guards Corey Maggette when Corey Maggette comes in. So that might be Maurice Evans. That'll be a good one.
Elton Brand stays out over Andrew Bynum in that matchup as Lamar jumped out on Chris Kaman. Kobe.
It looked like they matched up that way.
Right.
That they put Andrew Bynum on Elton Brand.
Well, Lamar's got a step and gets it past Chris Kaman. So Lamar's got, 2 early shots and a bucket.
And I like it when he comes out aggressive and stays aggressive, because he has to be the second, even the first option sometimes in the Laker offense.
Cuttino Mobley working with Quentin Ross. Ross, their defensive guy, former SMU Mustang in his 3rd year. And now Kaman trapped, and it's a deflection, but that's going to be a 24-second violation. That was good team defense.
Very good defense. I mean, so good, in fact, that even if Chris Kaman doesn't throw it back court, he puts Sam Cassell in a very bad position where he has to jack up something just to beat the clock.
Remember what Lamar Odom told us before the season began? The Lakers didn't win enough ugly games last year. Well, they won one on Sunday night, would fall under that category. Yeah. But they did it defensively, holding Chicago to 34%, shooting only 40%. Smush off the Bynum assist and pick and wall. 4-0 Lakers.
Straight out of the Laker offense, and that'll make Phil Jackson and staff very happy when you execute the offense, and even more so when you score.
Too many games got away from the Lakers where they lost the games, decided by 3 or less. And granted, that was a 10-point game with Bynum. And was tangled up inside. It was a foul.
Should be on Kobe on the weak side.
Right, because Lamar did not get Kaman. And will they give it to Kobe? It will. So contact off the ball by Kobe.
That's why so often you have to watch, if you're a fan and you're watching the game, whether on television or in person, check out the action away from the ball, because so much happens there.
Quentin Ross, first step on Luke to his weak side, and he beat him to the baseline for the layup. 4-2 Lakers. The Clippers have been a sluggish team, trailing, in fact, in the first 8 and 7 of the first 8 at the end of the first. Off the window, Kobe goes to the line looking for the three-point play.
That so often happens. You catch the ball mid-post, you don't commit your dribble. You just pivot, turn, and face, and then you do a swing-through move where you bring the ball across your body. The defense reaches in, tries to get to it. They hit you on the arm. You concentrate and get a three-point opportunity. Good play by number 24.
After the first, you look at those numbers after the first 10 games this year, Kobe's average by quarter, 4, 5, 6, and 7. He's let everything come naturally this season. That's why he's hitting 52% of his shots as well. Lakers by 5. Kobe on the three-point play. Bynum. And Elton Brand lost the handle. Came and retrieves it. Popped away. Kobe got the pick. Smush and Kobe. And it'll be Kobe. Assist to Smush. Kobe deserved it with the steal.
And that's the way you run a break. If you're handling the ball, you give it up when he can catch it and lay it in. Don't just always pass for the sake of passing. It increases your chances of turning it over.
On the pick and roll, Bynum coming over. It made a difference, although Kamen chased it down, and now a loose ball foul on the Lakers. And don't put up your hand, Andrew, until they call it on you. And they'll give it to Andrew Bynum.
Well, the Lakers on that last basket, they did it with their defense. They deflected a couple of opportunities, finally come up with it, and Smush handle it, pass to Kobe. He just rides it up, rides it in.
So Andrew Bynum gets his first foul. Fouled out of the last game, 29.5 minutes on the floor. Mobley on the step back. And he's got an advantage on Smush there.
Yeah, and you know what? Katina Mobley is a tough cover for most players because he's really talented around the perimeter, and he's a better post-up player than a lot of people give him credit for.
Yeah, good point. I was about to say he's a guard that likes to post up. Plenty of time of the shot clock. Little two-man game. Now it'll be Kobe. Going away from the Odom pick. And Kobe's in it early. 11-4 Lakers as Kobe already has 73 of 3 from the field.
Well, a nice arc on the shot that time, which means he used his legs very well.
Gasol loves that little two-dribble left and scoop with the guide hand, doesn't he?
Yeah, you when he goes to his left, you're in deep trouble because he's a very, very high percentage shooter going that direction.
So the Lakers by 5.
And it's 2 on Bynum.
Yeah, Andrews got his second. So he's going to have to sit down. Early entry by Kwame. That's a bad break for the Lakers with 3:32 gone in the contest. As well as Andrew has been playing, what his length brings at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's where, they're going to miss him. Now, Kwame coming in for Andrew after he picks up his second. Kwame has to continue with that same defensive intimidation mindset.
Little pick and roll game again. Gasol, surprised he didn't go up when Smush left his feet. Came in with the left hand and an air ball, but Elton Brand's there to clean it up, and he's fouled. Kwame reached.
Can't reach. I mean, you really have to limit your reaching in the post position like that. Kwame's there. Elton gets the air ball. Little head fake. Kwame just reaches in, slaps him on the arm, and that's the kind of foul that you might as well just give him the points because he's not going to miss that one. Look at the freebie. Lays it up, lays it in.
Yeah, as strong as he is. And you could see the expression on Kobe's face right after he went over to Kwame, like, give it to him. Don't give him 3. And he gets 3. So a 2-point ball game. Lakers 11-9, 57% shooting, 83% for the Lakers compared to the 57% for the Clips. Smush, quick catch and shoot. And it'll go back to the Clippers.
Well, on that catch and shoot, Smush coming off of a screen, but his momentum was going backwards, away from the basket when he caught the ball. That's a difficult shot to make. Your percentages are going to suffer.
Now Gasol with Smush on his back. Quick release. It's all even. Once he beat Smush, he just kept him out of the play completely.
And Sam I.M. is a better ball handler than people think. You think just put a lot of pressure on him. He can handle the ball.
Kobe. And it's a 7-0 run. It continues for the Clippers with the basketball up. The Kobe missed. Katina Mobley picked it up. Early entry to Elton Brand. His strength. Luke tried to tie him up, but you could see how strong he was on the play.
Well, if you look at the mitts on Elton Brand, you can understand why. I mean, he has got some large hands.
So Elton Brand with 5. It's blocked away from Kwame. Roll continues for Gasol and Brand. And the Lakers are lucky they didn't get a foul there on Lamar with the contact underneath.
Yeah, very, very
11-0 run now for the Clippers at 15-11. And not 5 minutes gone. So it's turned around since Andrew sat down.
This game is a game of runs, and right now the Clippers are enjoying a nice one.
Smush choked off of the baseline by Gasol and gave it away. Kobe gave him a pick, and he made the pass without even knowing whether there was a roll man. Nobody picked up Mobley. Easy finger roll, and he blows it. And Kamen. So the Lakers, will they call a timeout? It's been an extended run now by the Clippers.
Well, as always, Phil likes to let teams figure it out for themselves. He usually has a much older team.
Kobe with the left hand. Boy, tough on his way down. Awkward position. Lakers got to get back in the transition. Gasol forces it. And on the loose ball, it's tapped back out to Quentin Ross. A break for the Clips that time.
Yeah, again, bricks are hard to rebound. Sam's shot barely grazed the rim. Luke couldn't get his hands on it.
Sam denied. Luke came over. It made a difference, and Kwame's got it out.
What made a difference is the size of Luke Walton going up on Sam Cassell.
Lamar with the stutter step, backing down Elton Brand. Strong. And Kwame wanted it, came in at the inside position. So real up and down game now. And Brand took an extra step because of the way they flashed in front of him at the last second.
Elton Brand said, I see a path. Should I dribble or not? No, I don't think I'll dribble. And the official said, yeah, I think you should have, because we're going to call you for traveling. We've got our first time out of the ball game. 6 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the quarter. The Lakers jumped out early, but it's been the Clippers since that time, as Elton Brand has led a charge, and they've got themselves a 4-point lead, as Kobe says, hey, let me see if my left is working today. Halfway through the first quarter, the Clippers lead the Lakers by 4, and that man, Kobe Bryant, he's off to a pretty good start. Coming out of the gate, knocking down 4 out of his first 5. Has a 3-point opportunity and made that one, and out in transition, utilizing that jump shot. Seems like his legs are a little fresher to start the game. Now the key is how the strength factor in that right leg holds up for 48 minutes.
And Kobe said chasing Heinrich and Gordon on Sunday night, it certainly helped his conditioning. He did a good job defensively. Now Kwame came in out of position and banks her home. So Kwame going down into the paint.
Well, head fake. That got Chris Kaman up off the floor. You're helpless when you do that.
Kwame's got his first bucket of the night. The Lakers back within 2 after trailing by 4. Lakers led early by 7. Kobe picked the pocket of Mobley completely. Kobe up against Cassell, splits the difference, and Luke's there, can't get it. Kobe's got it back. On the follow away. Tough. Luke batted it out, but it's picked up by Elton Brand. So a wasted chance for the Lakers. It just wouldn't stay there when it tried to crawl over the rim.
But there was an example of how he doesn't have the same explosiveness. The Kobe that we've become accustomed to see would have definitely powered that one home.
Mobley almost picked on consecutive possessions. Kobe got him the last time. Smush almost got him this time.
Well, both times he has exposed the basketball. And if the offensive guy is going to show you the ball from the floor to his waist, you got to utilize your hands and try to deflect it.
5 minutes to play. Deep into the clock, Quentin Ross, who you want to shoot the basketball. And Kaman kept it alive for Cassell. The mid-range. It's out again, but it goes over to Kobe.
The Lakers have to clean up their defensive glass. The Clips now with, 5 or so offensive rebounds.
Kwame grabbed. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And right now it's 10-5 in boards for the Clippers. But you're right about taking care of everything around the rim.
Well, Kwame makes his first trip to the free throw line tonight, struggling from that department, especially to start this year. So let's see if he can get his first 1 or 2 down. That gives him confidence, so then he's not jumping away from fouls, and then he wants to get to the free throw line.
And the foul on Chris Kaman as Kwame gets the roll. Barely got over the lip. You know what's interesting? You talk about 10-5 with 2-1 edge right now for the Clippers on the boards. Lamar usually, by this time, has 2, 3, maybe even 4 or 5 boards. He doesn't have 1 so far, and that's a difference for the Lakers when he's not on the glass.
Well, everybody has to get to the glass, especially when you're playing a good rebounding team. You must rebound as a team.
You know, Lamar is averaging 19 and 9, so we're spoiled because he's at 19, 9, and 5 in 40 minutes of play.
Oh, he'll get 8 or 9 before this game's over.
A little more than 4.5 left in the first. Lakers down by a point. They're actually down 17-11 as the Clippers had a 6-point advantage. Mobley gave up the dribble. He's in trouble. And they got Ross over on the far side in front of his own bench. With 6 on the clock. There's a nice sequence defensively again because of the length of Lamar Odom.
Well, he picked up his dribble. And once Quentin Ross picked up his dribble, Lamar Odom used all of that 6'10" to try to smother the offensive player and forced him into the timeout. 4:28 to go in the quarter. Lakers trying to come back. They're down by 1.
Solid homestand for the Lakers. Can it continue? As it's 5 straight, including tonight's matchup. And Salt Lake City, Lakers and the Jazz for the first time this year on Friday night. Elton Brand, and he had to with the shot clock down, and Kobe elevates. This was a nice box out on Tim Thomas, who just came into the game. Kobe beating Ross all the way to the hole, and he'll go to the line looking for the 3-point play. Thomas in the restraining arc.
He was completely in the restraining arc in my estimation. There is no question about that call. Kobe went right by Quentin Ross, and he's their defensive specialist. But when you're guarding Kobe, I mean, you can be a defensive specialist, but you're going to need a lot of help, 80% or not, because he is one talented individual. And you can see by the replay there that Tim Thomas was definitely in the restricted area.
Well, Kobe has scored at least 35, 6 straight against the Clippers, and on the three-point play, he's got a dozen already, Stu. Gives the Lakers a 2-point lead. As now, talking about game of runs, 8-0 run for the Lakers after a 13-0 spurt by the Clippers.
Yeah, that's why consistency becomes so important in life.
Somebody's got to help. Brand's out of bounds. Well, Kwame came over and forced the issue, so that's why they had the bad pass.
Yeah, and the roll man, which was Elton Brand, the pass just was well ahead of him. He tried to track it down, but those size 16, 17, or 18, whatever the case may be, stepped on the baseline.
So that's 3 more turnovers for the Clips than the Lakers at this early juncture. Lakers 29th in the NBA, almost 20 turnovers a game. Lamar imposing himself inside, and Thomas has 2 fouls. Well, Lamar just wanted it. He really did, the way he banged it home.
He caught the ball at the post, and I mean, there was no hesitation at all. He just took Tim Thomas and backed him all the way under the basket until finally the whistle sounded. So Lamar at the charity stripe to shoot a pair.
Well, Tim Thomas, don't forget what he did to the Lakers last year. So you heard when they announced his name on the foul, the cheer in the background. As Lamar, a couple of points, still looking for his first board.
Well, here comes the one of the guys that I was talking about, Corey Maggette. And as soon as Corey comes in comes Maurice Evans. So
good move.
They're trying to match up because Corey Maggette is a hand. You must keep him off the free throw line. If he's going to get 10 baskets, make him from the perimeter. Don't get him on the line.
He's one of 4 Clippers, averaging 15 or more. A couple of missed free throws by Lamar. And out of bounds it goes. It'll belong to the Clips. 3:49 left in the first.
And neither free throw by Lamar was even close.
Right.
The first one was off to the left. The second one was short.
Well, the Lakers had their stretch when they went slightly cold. That 13-0 run. Now it's the Clips. One for their last 8. And Kwame, good job, just didn't hold on to the basketball, although he looked back like Cassell grabbed me. Quentin Ross, mid-range. How do you miss everything from there?
Let me tell you something, Joel. Players don't work on mid-range. Right. They either work on the 3 or they're taking it to the rack.
Kobe wanted to get it to Kwame, but it was knocked away. That's the Lakers' 3rd turnover. Mobley on his weak side, setting up a wide-open Quentin Ross. And you're right, he was just inside the arc that time, 18, 20 feet away. Easier than a 10, 12-footer, at least for him. It's even at 19. Quentin Ross with 4 so far. And it's going to be a moving pick on Lamar. Easy call as he washed down the man inside. Never really set.
Yeah, that's the first foul on Lamar. Again, that's the second offensive foul on the Laker team for illegal screens. The first one was on Andrew Bynum. So execution of their offense paying a price right now.
Next whistle, a timeout. Inside of 3. As the Lakers work against the screen and roll, Maggette off the bench, and Lamar's got his first board of the game. Good sign. Spinning away from Quentin Ross. Lakers don't have numbers, but a stutter step. What a move by Spush, but well, they exposed it. Sam got him from behind. Numbers favor the Clips the other way, and I don't want it. You take it. It's off of Kobe and then banged out of bounds. Out of bounds off Lamar, and it goes back to the Clippers.
Good job by Kobe of reading that bounce pass from Cassell to the wing, but he just couldn't hang on. We've got a good one going as the Lakers and the Clippers knotted at 19.
Here in the first quarter, Michael Lee's with you. You know, both the Lakers and the Clippers this season have had the good fortune of having a front-loaded schedule with a lot of home games. It's one thing to have those home games. It's something else to take advantage of it, and both the Clippers and the Lakers are doing just that. They are combined 12-1 at home this season. If you look at how that ranks against the other teams in the league, that's some of the best home records in the league. The Clippers are perfect 6-0. The Lakers have that 1 loss. But again, you've got to take care of your home court. But tonight, it's the Lakers' home court. Joel, back to you.
All right, Michael. And Stu, during the preseason, we talked about it regularly, how imperative it was for the Lakers to get off to a real quick start at home. And so far, so good. They have taken care of business.
So far, they have, and they have to continue to, because there's going to come a time very shortly where they're going to venture out on the road and things are going to become a lot more difficult.
Lamar created that turnover, just his length on the baseline guarding the inbounds. Now, Kobe with the left hand again, a little bit strong, and it goes over to Maggette. He doesn't mind going to the left hand at all. We've seen that a few times already on the homestand.
Well, a few years back, his first 4 years or so in the league, he used to use his left hand quite a bit. He'd take jump shots using his left.
Corey Maggette wheels it home. A little curl, and they found him. Sam Cassell on the assist. Maggette with his first basket of the game off the bench. Their first reserve points. And Sasha is going to be tracking Sam Cassell.
Looks like a little bit of zone, maybe.
And it's going to be an offensive 3 on the opposite side of the floor.
That's because Katina Mobley was guarding that side of the floor, but had his right foot in the paint.
So Kobe will take the free throw. The Lakers 3 of 6 at the stripe. And Kobe looks for his 13th point already. Wills it in. The body English. 13 of the 20 for Kobe for the Lakers. Now the Lakers, and I talked about it, you're 6-1. Michael just mentioned, well, go back to last season. Out of the last 18, 16-2 over the last 18 home games. So they have been getting it done. What they have to do is get ready for an unbelievable December. They've got a lot of road games in December. Shot clock down. Lamar, a deep 3. At least it got to the rim because you're going to get a long rebound. So an extra possession for the Lakers. A second chance opportunity. Sasha was available. And now it's almost into the second row. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Lakers to reset it, though. Kobe at 2. Now again, it's going to be deep in the clock. And it's going to be a hold or a 5. A hold on Quentin Ross.
See, that's the thing. They just do not let you use your hands against perimeter players at all. And if you're going to guard somebody as talented as Kobe and you're not allowed to use your hands a little bit, you might as well just say, hey, it's yours, because that's a difficult task.
Sean Livingston's going to be checking in. Kobe shooting 2 for the Lakers, as Livingston averaging 27 minutes a game. 6.5 points with 4.5 assists.
The balance for the Lakers in the offensive end isn't good right now. I mean, you're looking at Kobe with 14 of the 21. Obviously, he's going to go out of the game at some point. I would think early in this second quarter when it approaches us. Then somebody's going to have to start to pick it up.
Lamar got it away. He'll go to the line after he was fouled by Maggette. So that's a tough matchup for Maggette just to box out Lamar to begin with, especially off a hot rebound like that.
Well, that time, Maggette didn't have his hands in the ready position. They're down low, and all of a sudden the ball bounces right where his head is, and Lamar with those long arms just utilized it, gets the foul, gets back to the charity stripe where he missed his first 2.
Yeah, and missed him badly, so it's good to get Lamar right back to the line. And 0 for 3.
And that's the way he missed his second one. I mean, it was really short. The first one he shot was off to the long and off to the left. The second one was short. The third one was short. You've got to make the adjustment.
It was the Clippers who had so many more free throw attempts than the 76ers on Saturday night. Didn't get the roll. He's 0 for 4, and the Lakers are now 5 for 11 at the stripe. Clippers have only taken 1 free throw, and they made it.
That's going to come back to haunt the Lakers.
Livingston off the dribble. Man, great look, but he doesn't get it in that area we were talking about, the 12 to 14 footer. Now Kobe by Mobley and the distance. He'll go to the line looking for the 3-point play. Boy, as he attacked, most of it has come inside in the paint, Stu.
I mean, he's just taking it to the rim. He's getting into the paint at will, and he's strong enough to absorb contact. Katina Mobley trying to reach in, but bad defensive positioning. 3-point opportunity coming to number 24, Kobe Bryant.
So Kobe averaging 22. And the one thing I like so much about Kobe coming into the game is good. Somebody hit a free throw. Lakers by 3. Kobe's at 52% from the field. So he's getting high percentage looks. He's not settling for beyond the arc.
And that's vital for this team. As Phil Jackson has told him, he doesn't want to see him take an overabundance of 3-point shots.
Brand had it knocked away by Sasha. And Brand keeping it away from Kobe. Now the shot clock a factor. See if Maggette recognizes that. You've got to believe he will. And he did. Got a good look.
And a good bounce.
Well, the shooter's roll. When you've got a soft touch. We've seen it before.
Yeah, especially with that soft touch basketball. That glue, that sticky thing hits the rim and just seems like it dies there.
That tennis ball, the fuzzy one. 2 for 1. Let's see if the Lakers do it. Man, they rotate it over. Kobe up against Livingston, over Livingston. After he got him out of position, he waited for him to come down and gets it anyway.
Kobe says, I like a defender in my face. I don't want you up in the air. Come down and try to defend this.
Kobe's got 20 of the first 27 for the Lakers.
Not good.
Yeah, you're right. Balance is not there.
Yeah, fans love it, but it's not good for your basketball team overall.
Well, Sasha trying to go through a pick and not advised with 10.2 to play. So Lakers use their foul very early. They had a foul to give, but you don't want to give it with 10.2.
Important for Maurice Evans, who's matched up with Corey Maggette, to make sure he doesn't give up penetration, because Corey is very good at getting to the line.
Lamar up against Brand, who's backing him down to the follow-up. And it'll roll home for Elton Brand with a half a second left. Did he time it well? That'll do it for the first quarter, as the Lakers go to the break up by 2.
Well, as the Lakers go to the break, thanks to Kobe, up by 2. 20 of the 27 belong to that man, Kobe Bryant, as he's been in transition. He's made three-point plays. He's made every type of play, yes, including three-point shots. As he says here, take a look at this. 2, Kobe with 20. Yeah, I can do the math too. Rest of team 7. Shooting 48% as a unit, the Clippers are, and the Lakers shooting 50. So the difference might be that the Lakers have gotten to the charity stripe 12 times. They haven't been very good when they got there, but they've gotten there. Clippers only 1.
Fellas, we get ready for the start of the second quarter. We are joined now on Lakers Live by, well, I consider him the lifetime president of the Doug Christie fan club. Foxy, Rick Fox, thank you for taking the time to join us tonight.
Thank you, Stu. Hey, guys.
How you doing, Rick?
I'm good. I miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss you. And let me ask you this. I know you're involved in, we'll talk about a couple of the projects you're in now, but any ideas down the road to ever come back to an arena on a regular basis as a coach, as a member of a front office?
Well, I'm working out the fan side of things right now. It's been hard to do that. It's just taking longer as a fan than I thought it would. I definitely removed some of the need to rush out on the court at a game. And right now I'm enjoying the fact that our team here has gotten off to a really good start, and I'm excited about a lot of these young players we have.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you brought it up, because give us your impressions of Andrew Bynum.
Well, you know, as of the Chicago game, when he had, I think 20 points, 14 boards, maybe 3 or 4 block shots, I thought they were going to retire, as I like to joke, our number. And that would be, maybe I'd get up in the rafters. But at some point in time, I think this young kid, man, is working as hard as he can to really live up to his mentor and Kareem, and he's made great strides in this offseason. So you have to be excited about the potential for him going forward.
Rick, let me ask you something about a little bit of the rule changes here with the defensive players not being allowed to utilize their hands as much. How would you have played not being able to utilize your hands?
It would have been a short career. It would have been a short career, Stu. You know, defense is my thing, and you know the era of basketball that I played in, and it was a very physical era. And for the most part, you know, the hands were accepted, especially if you were past a certain number of years as a professional.
It's definitely changed, though, the way they're officiating the game today. And, you know, they've also at least simmered down on the early technicals.
They have. Out the box, I think they were breaking records from what I saw. You couldn't say hello to a referee.
We're joined by one of our all-time favorite Lakers, the great championship run of the 3 consecutive, Rick Fox, with us. Talk about some of the projects, because I know Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock mean a lot to you.
They do, right. One Tree Hill on the CW, Wednesday nights at 9. There's been a 4-episode arc that I've been a part of. So tune in tomorrow night if you're, because the Lakers don't play, so you can tune in and watch. And then in January on FX, January 2nd, television show called Dirt with Courtney Cox, return to television for Courtney. Will be premiering on January 2nd.
Rick Fox, our guest, as Lamar did everything but slam it home. Now, Mo Evans up against Kaman, following his own, stays with it. Tenacity, and Kaman knocked it out of bounds. It should belong to the Lakers, and it will.
You know, Rick, the crowd enjoying that sequence there. But, Rick, I've always thought to win championships, teams need defensive stoppers on their team. At least 1 or 2 in your starting lineup and 1 guy coming off the bench. Who do you see coming off the bench for the Lakers that could fill that role?
Well, I'm excited about probably one of our youngest, next to Bynum, one of our youngest players in our kid here from UCLA, Farmer. I think he has the potential because, as you know, guys, if you can stop the ball from reaching the paint, you stand a better job of holding a team to lower percentages. And the further you move out of the paint, the percentages go down shooting-wise. So I think he has the tenacity to be an on-ball defender, which is exciting for our team because, as you know, guard play is prevalent in playoff basketball. And if he can focus on that, we know he can shoot the ball. We know he is going to pick up the system as he goes along, and he'll be an asset.
And Rick, Stu and I have talked about Jordan Farmar, who's out tonight with a rolled ankle as Lamar gives the Lakers a 2-point lead. The one thing we like the most about him is his makeup. You can't teach a guy to be a lead. Either you are, with that mentality as a point guard, a guy that wants to share and distribute, or you're not.
Right, and he got that at a young age because that's something that you develop young, and you either lead or you follow, and he definitely has leading qualities.
We're talking to Rick Fox, a guy that we miss seeing at Staples Center a lot. And I know Laker fans feel the same way. We're on Lakers Live Wire tonight on FSN.
Rick, what are you doing to stay active physically? Are you playing any golf? I know you're not playing any basketball.
Lots of golf. We know that.
This golf is definitely a part of the game right now for recreation. It's a frustrating sport because, in all cases, if you're going to be great at something, you need to put the time in consistently. And I really don't have the type of time that I hope to have later on in my career, but I definitely enjoy it. I run a lot. I mean, I run to the beach every night, and that's kind of my conditioning along with lifting weights.
Hey, Rick, we appreciate your taking the time. Continued success, by the way.
I love getting back here. It brings back a lot of memories. And the last time I was here, Kobe had one of those games, so he seems to be off to a start.
Hey, keep bringing him luck like that, Foxy.
All right, man.
Thanks, Rick.
Take care.
Appreciate it. That's Rick Fox. Boy, everybody likes that man. Universally well-liked, whether it's here or where he started his career in Boston. Lakers on a nice spurt here, a 6-0 run with the basketball. Then we got to go back to Fox if there's a dry spell. Radmanovich tees it up. A little bit strong. Lamar takes it away. And Willoughby saved no. He took it away from Maggette, but it was out of bounds on the side, despite the great effort by Mo Evans.
If Lamar could have kept his balance after he tried to tip it to himself, he would have retrieved that ball, but he lost his footing a bit, and then Mo Evans couldn't even get to it.
Almost 3 minutes gone and a good start to the second for the Lakers, and this is with Kobe, don't forget, on the bench this run. Kwame, another reach, and Kaman goes to the line, looking for the three-point play.
Well, good footwork that time by Chris Kaman. He sells Kwame that he's going to the middle. You sell that move hard enough, the defender has to shut it off. Then if you've got proper footwork, you can do your drop step, go right up, and get the hoop, and that's what Chris Kaman just did. We've got a timeout with the Lakers up 4.
Patrick O'Neal, Jeremy Piven. We like that show a lot. Entourage, one of the funniest shows on TV. What a good tongue-in-cheek LA show, and one of the great actors, Denzel Washington. Now I know karma's with the Lakers tonight. Tommy Lasorda. And as usual, Jack ready, if needed. So going to the line, Chris Kaman looking for the three-point play. Kwame's done a lot of things well while he's out there. He picked up the foul before he went away, but how about 7 boards, 7 points, as he picked up that second foul in 11 minutes for Kwame. That's production as Andrews back, but he can't hang on to the ball.
Hit him in a bad spot.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
No, he normally has very reliable hands. That time he just couldn't hold on to it, so it gives the Clippers another opportunity.
The Lakers by 4, the first of the 4 games set. And Maggette blocked away by Luke Walton, and then before he went out of bounds, alertly got it to Kobe. Now Luke, the trailer, wow, what a pass by Kobe. Almost threaded it through. It's knocked out of bounds. Lakers will keep it. That would have brought him out. Everybody would have gone crazy on that.
And I saw what was developing there because Luke was running down the middle, nobody in front of him, and Kobe was just eyeing that play without eyeing it. But then closer to the basket, there was some congestion.
Luke trying to get to the basket up against Maggette. Wanted to go inside, but it was fronted away. Good job by Chris Kaman in defending Andrew Bynum. Well, the two that traded places. Nice stutter step by Vlade. Lost it. Got to go. Andrew will. Soft touch because the shot clock was down to a second. What a move by Vlade, though.
Good things happen when you put yourself in the right position, and Andrew found himself in the right position.
A lot of minutes out there for Sasha on the floor during this run for the Lakers. And a little drop step to the baseline. Good footwork again, though, by Chris Kaman. He didn't get the bucket, but a good look at the basket. Andrew asked for it, and real short on the baby hook, almost like he was off balance.
Well, not only that, there was no lift. You know, to shoot a hook shot, if you're a right-hander, you're going to use your left foot as your takeoff leg. So, but that means your right knee, you have to bring your right knee up towards your chest. That gives you some lift, and he didn't do that very well on that shot.
The Lakers by a half dozen. 7:49 left in the half. Clips shooting 45%. Lakers down to 39%. Lakers have been able to get to the free throw line, though. They're 8 of 14, while the Clippers are 1 of 4. Points off turnovers almost identical. 8 count.
Seconds.
Yep, the pressure. Sasha, again, he's a nuisance.
But I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, but
a little bit.
That's all Livingston there. I mean, the ball was out of bounds sideline. He's waiting to catch the pass. Look at the clock.
And also, you can throw it across the line.
You know, yeah, I mean, you just have to, especially being the guard, you have to be aware of the clock.
Radmanovic up against Thomas, gets it out. Luke, 8 for 12. Make it 9 for 13 from three-point land, and the Lakers have their biggest lead of the game. They're up by 9. So Luke leading the league in three-point field goal percentage. That was predictable, wasn't it? That he'd be in that position. And it's snatched by Radmanovic off another Kaman miss as he's now 2 for 5.
They should put Kaman on the other box.
Kobe on the run. That was a force. Radmanovic mistimed the jump, even though he got a little space inside, and Luke takes the lazy pass.
You see Radmanovic really thinking about his shot.
Sasha, real strong. And Kobe is going to get the loose ball foul. Hitting the deck, it was Ross.
Kobe pleading his case. Don't plead it too much, Kobe. They're not going to take any lip this year, so just make them get it the next time. They're battling for the rebound, and Quentin Ross goes to the floor, and the official says that's because number 24 put him there.
Now, Kobe's got his second foul. Smush is going to be coming back into the game, I got to believe, for Sasha, and he will.
Well, Sasha got some run there, so he leaves with the Lakers up by 9, so they didn't fall behind when he got into the game.
No, 8 minutes, and he got a couple of boards. McGetty flipping it over to Brand, and with the left hand, that was a nifty slip by Elton Brand because Andrew Bynum had the right side covered.
Bad play out of bounds, though. You can't let the guy come out and get the ball and then beat you to the basket.
Bynum inside, doesn't get the roll. Nobody around the rim for the Lakers. It goes the other way. Tim Thomas, you got to account for him, especially at the arc. McGetty backing it, and he'll go to the line looking for the three-point play. So McGetty catching it in a great position that close to the rim.
Lakers had a 9-point lead seemingly one possession ago, but a free throw here, and all of a sudden you have yourself a 4-point game again as McGetty getting to the charity stripe. That's where you have to get to make things easy.
Well, it's been a game. It's one spurt after the next. The Lakers have their run, and here come the Clips with theirs. So a three-point play for Corey McGetty. He's got 7 off the bench. 7 of their 9 off the bench. Only one Laker reserve has scored so far. That is Kwame Brown. So the Lakers, despite 24%. Luke Walton and Andrew Bynum almost. It went out to Cassell on the run. McGetty. And he puts it off his knee. Smush lost it with McGetty on his back. Lakers have numbers.
Middle.
It will go to Smush. And the finger roll. Radmanovic heard you. He gets the assist. It took a while.
I didn't think he was going to recognize that, but my bad, Vlade.
Now the post-up game. Bynum's got 2 fouls, don't forget. Brand protected it as Bynum stayed with him. Interesting matchups. McGetty, long range and out of bounds. They'll give him a rebound, though. He hit the top, never touched the standard.
Between plays the last few years. A few years back, that was been out of bounds.
Now, good look. Radmanovic off the Bynum pick. And Smush beat him to the punch. Read the rebound and beat Gazelle.
Oh, he just went for the ball much more aggressively than Sam did.
Handoff. Into the paint. Smush with the finger roll. Andrew. Gazelle trying to hold him down. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Sam.
Well, you got to love watching Sam Cassell play, though. I know I do. We've got a timeout with 5:20 to go in the half, and the Lakers, well, they're up a half dozen.
To go the distance, he does slam dunk. Oh, my, what a a shot. Slam dunk. Standing ovation. Magic Johnson and Kareem. Ford sends it to Kareem. Sky hook up and good. Lakers win. Score it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has given the Los Angeles Lakers a victory. And Magic Johnson is out there celebrating like they just won the NCAA championship.
Irvin was in Kareem's arms so long, Kareem finally said, "Young Buck, this is the first game. We've got 81 more to go. Don't get too excited." But that's the way Irvin Magic Johnson was. He would celebrate like that in practice. He was just that emotional and played the game with that much passion.
Sports Arena in San Diego. So that's how he got the nickname Buck.
Young Buck.
That's where John Wooden coached his last game. 1975, UCLA beating Kentucky in the NCAA title game. In fact, those two teams getting together tonight in a close affair so far over in Hawaii. Lakers by 8, despite the fact the Lakers are 5 of 21 in the quarter. Inside it goes, and another one right next to the rim for Quentin Ross. So the dribble penetration.
He's a slashing type of a player as well. The Lakers got out of position when they went for the steal, and Quentin Ross made them pay.
Andrew Bynum hands it up to Smush. Will it? Luke after it. Man, it's Elton Brand coming away with it.
Another run by the Clippers.
Cassell leaves it off. Wants it right back, though. That's not his game. He likes it off the dribble. Andrew Bynum took it away. His length away from Elton Brand, who usually collects those. So the Lakers out-rebounded early 10-5. They're up 28-19 on the glass. Andrew Bynum with Brand over his back. And out of bounds? Yes, it'll belong to the Lakers with 11 left on the shot clock. So good job by Brand just to get a piece of the ball and not Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, and it's rare that someone 6'8" can go over 7'1" from behind and not get contact. But Elton Brand with those long arms, he may be 6'8", but with those arms, he's 7'1".
So the Lakers by a half dozen, still only shooting 35.5%. Kobe has not scored so far in the second. Another positive for the Lakers that they're still up by 6, and he had 20. He's still stuck on 20 in the first.
And I think a lot of that has to do with, one, Kobe recognized that, hey, you other guys got to get going. I can't carry this all the way through at this point in the season.
And the Lakers 4th in the league in assists. Backdoor. Kobe got away from his man with the left hand. Unbelievable. Man, your back aches watching that play as Kobe goes to the line leading with a three-point play.
Again, the inventor, because he was trapped. He invented a shot. Backdoor play. Elton Brand says, no, not today. Kobe says, you don't know I got a left? I don't have to see the basket. If I know where it is, I can throw it up, and I can throw it in.
Is that called a neighborhood play? In the neighborhood.
That's a horse play there.
That gets a few letters, though. 4:19 left in the half. Kobe's got the Lakers up by 8, and as soon as I said he has not scored so far in the second, he gets that deuce. Well, Kobe, one of only 2 in the league so far this season, along with the Spurs' Tony Parker, that's averaging at least 20 and 5 assists while also shooting better than 50%. And that's what I talked about. I like his game early as he gets the shooter's touch and it crawls over. That he really has gotten inside the arc. Last year, a lot of three-pointers for Kobe. Not so far this season. It may have something to do with the legs and conditioning, but just the same, it's working.
Let's just have him scramble a little bit. Now you have to match back up.
It'll be Elton Brand, or make it Tim Thomas rather. That's Brand's neighborhood. He gets it right downstairs. So Tim Thomas misses the short one. Brand cleans it up. Elton Brand with 13 and 5 for the Clippers. Kwame. And they're going to call 3 seconds. He was all tangled up underneath, and all of a sudden he turned around and the ball was there. And yes, 3 seconds on Kwame. Goes the other way on the turnover. He didn't know he was in there.
Well, he started out, he ran down the lane in the paint, but then when he ran into contact with Elton Brand and both players lost their balance, Kwame never got his feet out of the paint, so the count continues.
The Lakers have 7 turnovers. We're at about 20 a game. That's 29th out of 30 teams in the league. Got to clean that up. They're +6 right now. At this juncture in points off giveaways. Chance to get some, though. McGetty off the Brand pick. And the long rebound. Right to Elton Brand. A fresh shot clock and a second chance opportunity for the Clippers.
But that's where you want Corey Maggette out on the perimeter.
Thomas, and almost taken away. It will go the other way. Lakers put it off Thomas, and they'll get it back into play real quickly. There's another difference in the game over the last few years, the way they do get it back.
Yeah, that's helped to speed up the game some.
Lamar, long range. And Maggette takes it as Lamar is now 1 for 7 against his old mates. Cassell, and he'll get it. Lamar held his ground, what they call a reach. No.
Call that on Kobe?
Yeah, I was going to say, what they call the reach from behind, they're going to call it on Kobe. It'll be the third on Kobe.
Well, he's got to go to the bench or the sideline. I keep calling it the bench. Why do they call it the bench anymore? There's no benches over there. Why don't they say go to the luxury chairs or something? It was a bench back in the day.
You long for that sheet metal is what you're telling me. Comfortable, wasn't it?
Oh man, I mean, I remember my first year, my rookie year, the first part of it when I wasn't starting. I used to pray for a timeout just to stand up and get off the bench and stretch out a little bit.
3:03 left. It's like those high school bleachers.
Yeah.
Got to stand up from time to time.
Well, with 3:03, Lakers leading by 5 as Kobe goes to the sideline.
Yeah, let's see
how they finish.
Without a doubt. And who's going to pick it up? Lamar has been shut down offensively.
Well, they can utilize. I think they should go to Luke on the box. He's being guarded by a guard. He's too big for that.
Smush got the finger roll. He kissed it off the window. Real quick release before Kaman could respond. Alert play.
That's what you have to do to the bigs. You have to outquick them sometimes. If you try to just overpower them, more times than not, you're going to fail.
So the Lakers again up by 7. They're led by as many as 9. And Luke with a reach from behind. He'll send Chris Kaman to the free throw line. Lamar saying, hey, I had him down to the block.
But
Let me have him.
And when you're coming from behind and if he doesn't see you, you don't necessarily have to reach. Wait for him, and then as he goes up, just take it right out of his hands. Lakers by 7.
Yeah, look, I mean, you looked good. You looked like you were working.
2.5 to go here in the first half as the Lakers lead by 7. And Kobe picked up that third foul, but during this first half, he's been very aggressive, picking up a lot of three-point opportunities. First hoop of the game, he got one. Then a driving hoop, he gets a three-pointer. But the one that got everybody excited was our Carl's Jr. Exmo when he went baseline over Elton Brand with the left. That was nice.
Yeah, he's real involved early tonight. We've seen him over the last few games, just taking it easy, deferring, getting others involved. But tonight he took it upon himself. So he's got 23. He's only taken 2 shots in the second.
That's because he understands that for the duration of 48 minutes, he's got to have some help in the scoring department. He can't just look to be the only output on that end.
Chris Kaman getting the first of 2. Kaman, a new contract for the 7-footer out of Central Michigan in his 4th year. Last year, averaging 12 and 9. A lot of season left, of course, but they've been wondering when it's all going to fall into place for Chris Kaman.
Well, he's got 4 blocks already.
Yes, matching a career best. And now, so far this season, he's averaging 7 and 6. So he gets a couple of free throws there. So it's a 5-point ball game. Lakers only shooting 28% so far in the second 12-minute period. But they've done a great job on the glass, and especially the offensive boards.
Let's see how the Lakers attack this zone.
Luke finds a crease, finds contact, and it's pulled down by Elton Brand.
Boy, once Elton Brand gets it in his midst, though, you might as well just forget it.
The Lakers with 13 offensive rebounds. That was what I was referring to. And Smush on the deflection. Inside-outside game as they were trying to set up Cassell.
Speaking of mitts, you know who had the strongest pair of hands that I can remember? A guy by the name of Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor, once Elgin got the ball in his hands, just forget it. You needed a sledgehammer to get it out.
I was told there were a couple of rebounders, like a former Laker, in fact, who started his career with the St. Louis Hawks, Bill Bridges, another guy that was unbelievably strong like that.
Yeah.
2:02 to play in the half with the Lakers up by only 5. Radmanovich, Smush, Kwame, along with Lamar. Smush flailing away, trying to sell the contact. And Sam Cassell won't get the roll. Kwame gets the board. You like that?
I just like to watch Sam play. He's hilarious.
And Smush tripped up. And Corey Maggette says, who, me? Who got it? Will it be on Corey? Or will they? I feel for Sean Corbin, Joey Crawford, and Eli Rowe right now.
Normally when the guy says, who, me, it's, yeah, you.
They call it on Maggette, who put his hands up like, I'm not a pickpocket.
You can always tell the guy that gets the call. If his palms are facing the ceiling, he's guilty.
Yeah, check out the new Lakers magazine. It's available right now at Lakers.com. Read about Phil Jackson, Laker legends in there, and find out everything you need to know about this year's Lakers squad. It's all free and it's all on the pages of Lakers magazine right now on the web at Lakers.com.
Smush gets the first of two. Lakers by 6. So I talked about what they would do. Kobe went out when the Lakers up 5. So they're trying to make sure they tread water.
Yeah, and also, you talked about it, finish well with Kobe on the bench for the last 303.
Very important for your confidence to know that you can do things, especially when your ace is on the bench.
Welcome to all our friends on NBA TV watching tonight from Southern California. Joel Meisler with Stu Lantz, Michael Eaves, Patrick O'Neill. City Series, first of 4. And they'll call the foul. It looks like Lamar is going to get it underneath.
But that's his second. Now, a minute and a half to go. Well, a minute and 31 to be exact. Lamar cannot pick up his third. You don't want both Kobe and Lamar with 3 fouls entering the third quarter.
Kobe just tapped Brian Shaw over on the bench. Like, do you want to get Lamar out of here right now? They were talking about it.
They tapped the wrong guy.
His arms aren't that long enough, by the way.
Well, you better send a messenger then.
Minute 31 to play as it spins out on Maggette.
Better get the PJ and ask that question.
You know, but Lamar's having the problems at the stripe for the Lakers. He's 2 of 6. Maggette is now 1 of 4 at the free throw line. Too good a shooter. He's now 2 of 5.
Yeah,
Lakers still by a half dozen.
Excuse me, but he's been there 5 times again. I mean, he's a guy that can get to the free throw line 10, 12 times a game. You can't allow that kind of production.
Smush, quick release, 3-pointer. Man, out to Kamen it goes off the lip of the rim. Can they get the stops they need? Brand shoved right away on the early entry. And that was a smart pass by Sam Cassell before the Lakers could set defensively.
And there's the third.
And talking about getting him over to the bench. Well, now he will go over to the bench. Luke Walton back into the game.
You know, as coaches, sometimes you gamble and win, and sometimes you gamble and lose. And now you've got your two number 1 or number 2 options offensively with 3 fouls apiece. So an early 4th foul, say in the third quarter, and then, hey, they're relegated to being over there for quite some time.
Elton Brand usually gets to the free throw line a lot. That's only his 2nd free throw so far tonight. So Lamar down 1 for 7 for the half. 19 minutes with 4 points and a couple of boards.
I think he may be just a little tired. I mentioned it earlier that he played a lot of basketball this summer with the national team, and then to just go straight from that basically into the NBA season, which is an absolute marathon. You can see where some fatigue might set in.
All right, Bonovich wanted it. Mo Evans, and it'll be Kamen taking it away on the run. Elton Brand trying to get to the middle and walked with the basketball. He cupped it, and it kind of got caught up in his body a little bit. So a 5-point ball game and another turnover. That's the 12th for the Clippers, but they're only a -7 so far. Or -6 rather. 13-7 in points off turnovers. Lakers will use their 20.
Might as well use it. They don't. Last I checked, they didn't let you bring that time, that 20-second timeout out of the locker room. So Phil says, let's use it.
You look at those numbers and you figure the Lakers, well, they're shooting only 25% in the second 12-minute period. You'd think they'd be down by 5 instead of up by 5. But they've done a great job of the boards, especially second chance opportunities, keeping it alive. Billy McDonald, Jack Haley, Paul Westphal, Arth Reeson, Jack at the half, Jack in the box. Halftime report coming up next. So the Lakers 7 of 28 so far. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
Well, when you're only shooting 35% as a team for the game, and you're up, things must be good.
Luke, instead of taking it, tried to dish it. That doesn't pay off. And Maggette will go to the line to shoot 2. Mo Evans made sure he didn't get an easy layup. Luke unselfish to a fault that time with a clear path.
Well, going to the basket, the big does come over, but the pass was deflected by the big, Chris Kaman. Goes right to Sam, and And Corey Maggette in transition finds himself on the floor and on the charity line.
He just got 1 of 2 there. Boy, tough road trip. We talked about the road trip for the Bulls, 7 away from home because the United Center has the circus. They lost again tonight at Denver, 113-109. Hornets over the Heat. Shaq had his surgery, what was it, on Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday. So he was scoped. Expected to be out 4 to 6 weeks. 101-86. Hornets over the Heat. Grizzlies made a game of it. Cavs won it, though. 97-94. Now the Lakers by only 3.
And with that turnover the Lakers just had, that means that the Clippers get the 2-for-1 situation.
Luke Walton on a little step back. That's his shot, and he got it in great position. Only 3-4 feet in front of the rim.
That's what they should have been going to a little bit more when he was being guarded by Tina Mobley. Mobley much smaller. Luke could get that shot at will.
So 5 and 3 now for Luke. He's only taken 5 shots, though, as you mentioned. He would like to see more. Cassell on the finger roll, and Radmanovich made a miss, but Kaman's there to clean it up. With 1.6 to play, Smush, the baseball pass, but Kaman again. And that'll do it for the half. So the Lakers go to the locker room without Kobe, without Lamar. At least Kobe for the last 3 minutes of the half, and still lead by 3.
Yeah, they didn't finish the half, though, the way Phil Jackson would have liked, obviously. And I'm sure he'll have some nice words of wisdom for them at halftime.
Yeah, too many turnovers, especially over the last couple of minutes for the Lakers. So time now for the Jack in the Box halftime report. Lakers, despite 36+% shooting, they are on top by 3, 51-48. Have to feel fortunate about that as we join Billy McDonald.
He said Chris Kaman's trying to block shot and no one's coming over to try to get the rebound. Also, he's very upset that they're being a little lackadaisical with the basketball, leading to a lot of turnovers. Joe, back to you.
All right, Michael. Second chance points are dead even. And the Clippers also are a +6 in points in the paint. So, as much as he wants his team to completely shut it down, at least they start on even terms when it comes to second chance opportunities. Clippers have the ball to start it.
Let's see if both teams pick up the level of their play here in the second half.
Well, a concern for the Lakers, Kobe and Lamar. 3 fouls apiece, so they go right after Lamar, separate it and space it and get it back. And Kaman, yeah, he used his just to change his pivot foot, to put it bluntly. So the Lakers with Kobe working on Ross. And boy, he took Ross inside regularly in the first 12-minute period. Lamar finally straight away, and he held that finish like I want to remember it.
And that's what I like to see, though. When I'm teaching shooting in the summers, that's one of the things I emphasize is pose for your shot a little bit. Don't be one of those players that shoot and your hands drop down, because as you fatigue, your hands drop down earlier and earlier, and it affects your shooting.
Elton Brand, Bynum closing. Quick release. Elton Brand got it away effectively. And it's a 4-point lead for the Lakers as Elton Brand's got 16 on 7 of 11. Most of it came in the paint in the first half.
But if you're going to explore the possibilities of getting the fourth on either Kobe or Lamar, then you can't take jump shots.
Smush found Andrew, and he's fouled from behind. Well, that was a beautiful wraparound entry after he got Cassell out of position.
Well, one thing I liked about it was Smush was completely under control the whole time. Got the ball, faked out his first defender, and then goes to the paint, finds Chris Kaman there, and then bounce pass, foul situation. So Andrew Bynum to the line, where he was the perfect 2 for 2 the first half.
And Andrew's got to find a way to stay out there, too. He had 2 early fouls, had to sit down. Now, Kwame did a good job. 7 and 7 in the first 11 minutes he was out there. In fact, Kwame finished with 7 and 8 in the first 15 minutes that he was on the floor.
Well, you like that two-headed center, you know? And then one guy goes out, the starter does his job. When he has to go out, then the next guy comes in and picks right up.
Well, we've talked about it, the good touch, and Andrew Bynum definitely has that. Andrew's got 6 and 5, 4 of 4 at the free throw line. He's only taken 3 shots as Kobe was going after it. There was contact. Fortunately, no reach. Brand again isolated. And got around Bynum, but too strong off the glass.
I'm surprised Andrew, once he got around Andrew, didn't try to elevate to get to the block shot.
Now Lamar wheeling pass came in all the way to the hole, blocked by Brand. And Lamar tiptoeing saves it. He wants it back.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Why not? And Lamar, the tenacity pays off. Lakers by 8. So Lamar out of the locker room. The guys look at the numbers at halftime. He saw 1-7. He says, I got to clean my act up.
Well, I don't know if he was the one that said that, or if the team, or
staff,
Kobe, or the staff said, "Look, you got to get you going here in the second half," because he's so unselfish. He doesn't care about getting in the scoring column.
Sam Cassell is Kobe on a little stutter step. Lost Ross. So Lamar with the hot hand early. Let's see if they go back to him. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Quick skip. Nice touch. Bynum. Got Kaman out of position, and they'll call a walk.
Yeah.
They just slid the pivot foot.
But you know what? That's a deceptive type play. A lot of times what happens is you move your lead foot twice, and your pivot foot anchors, and they see you step twice with that other one, and they think it's a travel.
10th turnover on the Lakers, compared to 12 for the Clippers. Sam Cassell. Man, he had Smush out of position on his hip, and then Andrew backed off.
I don't think you can play Sam with touches. In other words, what I mean by that is Sam likes to feel your body. When he feels your body, he knows he can go where he wants to go. Give him just enough space where you can still control it.
Kobe, Drew Kaman, wanted Lamar. Now Kobe all the way to the hole. He kisses it home once again. He's got 25, but let's face it, out of the 25, what would you say, about 80% right around the rim?
Yeah, he's been getting himself to the paint, and that's obviously a bad sign for the defense.
Yeah.
As Sam Cassell says, I'll show you a bad sign for the defense
Sam
as he knocks a three.
Yeah, Sam heating it up big time now. Sam Cassell already has 3 buckets here in the third. He was 2 for 8 in the first half, making 5 for 11 on the game. Kobe behind the back for Lamar. On the block against Kaman. Tough shot. Van Mobley will come away on the weak side.
Well, the degree of difficulty on that one was off the charts.
Mobley putting it to the floor to get a little rhythm. So Cuttino Mobley makes it a 2-point game as he's got a second basket of the contest. Clippers red hot to start the second half. And thanks to Sam Cassell, he's got 3 of those 5 makes. So 4 minutes gone by. Bynum tried to get there without picking up a foul. Smush, good look for 3. Got it done. Lakers needed it. They're up by 5 again. In the transition, Cassell, man, you talked about feeling the body. Well, Smush wasn't going to get the foul.
Once he feels your body, he knows which way he can spin. I mean, he's one of the spin masters, and that little jump shot of his, just about automatic.
He turned 37 on Saturday, went 3 for 13, but the Clippers won the game in overtime over the 76ers after a slow start. Kobe got Ross out of position. He'll set up Lamar. Another 3. Yes! Sixers are wild, and the Lakers lead by a half dozen.
When you mentioned Sam turning a certain age, Sam can play forever because he plays pretty close to the ground.
And gets the contact and gets the opportunity for the 3-point play.
His risk for injury isn't nearly as high as other guards or players because he's not a guy that just attacks the rim and is always jumping and puts himself in danger. His idea of jumping is about 6 inches off the ground, so he can play forever.
And it seems like he has. Starting with 3 seasons in Houston, 4 in Milwaukee, 2 in Minnesota, came to the Clips in a sign and trade for Marko Jaric. He's also been with the Suns, the Mavs, the Nets. He's got a lot of old-timer days in his future.
He's got the Clippers going here in the third quarter. He's come out of the locker room personally taking care of the scoreboard.
He's got 11 already here in the third to keep it at a 3-point deficit. Kobe setting up Smush. Back-to-back threes for Parker. Lakers again by 6. So Smush coming alive tonight with 14 points. And Sam draws the contact from Smush. So the Lakers at the break from 3-point land. The Lakers just 2 for 9. Getting healthy early, though, as you saw that last graphic. So make it 4 for 13 or 6 for 13 with the 4 makes.
You must know the opposition. Know who you're playing against. You can't play everybody the same. Some players you can get out and just pressure, keep contact with them. And others, you have to realize you can't do it that way. As Cuttino Mobley gets called for hooking Kobe at the box.
Yeah, he's trying to set up before the ball ever got there. And a delay of game coming up on Sam Cassell.
Sam, you are hilarious.
Yeah, we talked to him before the game in the tunnel. And we saw him early tonight. Is he ever not smiling?
Oh, he is.
Here comes a technical.
Funny.
On Sam. Eli Rowe tees him up. Me? I got it under control. Sam.
They ought to mic him for games. I mean, seriously. Just to listen. Well, maybe they shouldn't. It is a family-oriented show, isn't it?
I was going to say, let's keep this PG rated. Kobe will shoot the technical. The Lakers up by 7.
Oh, Sam, I am. Go. Sam, come on, lighten up, man. They're going to send you to the shower, and there's no soap in there yet.
He's not, he's an introverted guy, isn't he? Look at those expressions. Smush getting away from Ross and keeps it alive for Kobe. Kobe beating Sam all the way to the hole. And a foul. It should be Kaman. Brand was on the opposite side, but I think it was Kaman who got him on the wrist. Yes, it'll be Chris. He gets his third.
Well, good persistence by Smush to retrieve that ball, and then Kobe, well, once he gets it, defensively, they look out as Chris Kaman basically gets out of the way and then reaches over and slaps him on the arm.
Kobe is 7 of 8 at the free throw line, and the attack tonight, the mentality that Kobe has had is there going to be another?
Well, we got a T on Smush.
Yep, Smush got one. Don't get trigger happy, guys.
Boy.
Kobe trying to find out. Looking for an explanation, the captain.
He just wants to know what he said. He says, now tell me what you said.
Cassell gets the free throw. Kwame's going to be coming into the game. Andrew Bynum will sit down halfway through the third. And we talked about the way they've been distributing Andrew's minutes, which we all like, because then he's available and fresh down the stretch when you need him for crunch time. Another free throw coming for Kobe, trying to make it an 8-point lead. Game of runs. Boy, has it ever been that kind of game, hasn't it? Real spurts.
Really, that's what basketball is, though. It is a game of runs. You just hope your team has more than the opposition.
Biggest lead for the Lakers was 9 in the first half. Up top by 8. Kobe all over Mobley. He's got to worry with 3 fouls. He can't lose perspective. Cassell setting up Ross. He walked with it. And the 3-second violation, too. But it was a run. It's definitely a run by Quentin Ross.
Yeah, that saved Quentin a Kurt over. I want to know what his 40 time is.
You got to watch? Time out of the floor. I think we need it.
Well, I think both teams need it. They need to settle down the chitter-chatter with the officials because they're not taking any lip these days. What the Lakers are taking are threes, and Lamar has finally heated up from that distance. Will it continue? We'll find out.
It's raining threes even though we're indoors tonight. 6:02 left in the third. Boy, oh boy. Lakers by 8. And the Lakers only 2 for 9. 3-point land of the first half. Lamar needed to get off early, and he did. Smush, thanks to the Kobe assist. And another one setting up Lamar. How about Smush? He's feeling it. So the Lakers get 4 early threes. They're up by 8.
Let me see now. The Clips have taken how many threes? In the first half, they didn't attempt any. In the third, they didn't attempt. So far here in the third, they haven't attempted any. And the Lakers, well, they're putting it up there, aren't they?
Yeah, you could see their MO, though. The Clippers wanted to go inside, and they wanted to pour it inside. It wasn't dribble penetration as much as entries to Kaman and Brand. The Lakers out of the timeout with the ball. And Luke finds a beat on the baseline as it's knocked out of bounds. 14 still left on the shot clock.
See, there's a play where he got beat, the defender, Mobley, but he continued with the play, and from behind, he's the guy that knocked the ball out of Luke's hands.
And Luke put the tailgate out. He tried to protect it.
Mobley's got Kaman, though.
Yeah, Mobley's got long arms. Kobe line drived it off the front of the rim. Cassell the other way. Sam's got 12 of his 18 here in the third. He's picked it up. That's why the Clippers are only down by 8, despite the Lakers hot shooting from the outside. Kwame got into the play, but Elton Brand's there to help out. And Kwame after it, but it goes over to Quentin Ross. He had the inside position. As Kwame couldn't handle it, and it went to Ross.
Well, that's because of Elton Brand and pressure from behind Kwame, and that's why Quentin Ross could take it away from the front side.
Kobe beating Ross down the middle, and Is it going to be a foul on the floor? Yes. So we'll bring it into the side. Should be on Ross. It will be. He tried to recover after Kobe got that quick step over to the left side. For Quentin Ross, it is his second foul. Make it his third in 24 minutes. Third team foul. Lakers have 2.
Yes. Quentin Ross still has 3 to give. If he's guarding Kobe, he better give him.
Mismatch. Luke couldn't exploit it. Get it in quickly. And Kwame go to the line. He'll shoot 2. He was hoping to shoot only 1. Now,
well, absolutely.
I like what they saw, though, with Cassell on the back of Luke. Luke wanted to get in for that little jumper.
Good seal job by Kwame, though. He got Chris Kaman on his hips and did never let him get back into position defensively as he gets another try at the charity strike.
Right on line, but long. You know it's a hot potato when it gets in his hands. He's not all that comfortable with the line to begin with, so when he receives it, it's gone.
That's why it's important to, make free throws, because then your confidence goes up. Then you're not as apt to get rid of the basketball as quickly in the post. You're not worried about getting fouled. You actually invite the foul.
Lakers up by 7, 73-66, improving their shooting now to 41% overall, 36% at the break. Post position for Elton Brand. Kwame's on his back, and Kobe took it away. Now, shot clock a factor, and the smush goes the other way. Up ahead, Luke Walton, and beat Ross to the punch. Ross tried to snake it away from behind.
Let me tell you something about that pass by Smush.
Not easy.
That was nice. I mean,
bounce ahead.
Yeah. Didn't skip or anything.
9-point lead, pick and roll. Lakers recover. Boy, what rotation defensively. There were 3 Lakers going after that pass.
But you see that from the weak side developing so quickly, you have to read it and get there fast.
Lamar short on the jump hook. Usually a very high percentage shot for him. 4 minutes to play. Now their first 3 of the game.
That was the 2.
And they say his foot was on the line, so Kaman will give him a second chance opportunity as Kwame hit the deck. Kwame's there. He changed that shot. Kaman keeps it alive, and it's battered away by Lamar. Picked up by Kwame. Good work. As a team, they needed it too.
Yeah, fortunately for them, because Kwame had fallen, and that gave Chris Kaman an advantage.
Kobe blocked away. Quentin Ross right on top of the ball. It'll be Mobley at the opposite end. And doesn't get the rolls. It popped out to Smush. Break for the Lakers. Kobe wanted to go to the hole, and that's been his mindset. As he's hit, he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Boy, he has not let up. He's been relentless about not settling for way out jumpers.
And then as he gets fouled and is going out of bounds, he recognizes, hey, I know that face there. And he goes over and
he taps Rick.
Gets some props to Rick Fox.
Kobe back at the free throw line. Ross has 4. So sub is most likely going to be coming in with 3:25 left. We know the Lakers are bringing in a couple.
Well, Michael Dunleavy will probably call timeout after this first free throw, because with 4 fouls on Ross, he has to make a decision here.
And he will. Good call. So Kobe will get 1 more, and the Lakers will have Radmanovich coming into the game.
What else do you want Kobe to do? Oh, yeah, I know you. Aren't you Rick Fox? Good to see you, fella. When are you going to come back and... No, don't come back. You're having a good time where you are.
And the 2007 RX 350, putting the world on notice yet again. We are back in Southern California, and welcome back. Joel Myers, Stu Lance, Michael Eaves, Patrick O'Neal. 3 1/4 left in the third. Lakers with their biggest lead of the game as Kobe's got another free throw. It'll be his 12th of the game. 29 points for Kobe right now. If he makes this, the Laker backcourt. And he gets the roll, outscoring the Clippers backcourt 2-1. The combination of Kobe and Smush, 44 points, 22 for Cassell and Mobley. Mobley's only got 4. Cassell keeping up his end of the bargain with 18. Sean Livingston takes over now for Cuttino Mobley. Corey Maggette in for the first time in the second half as well. Only 10 left on the shot clock. Sasha checking in, and Brand hit before the shot.
You know, the Clippers didn't take, in my estimation, of course, obviously, and they didn't probe into the 4th foul on either Kobe or Lamar in the start of this third quarter. I thought they would try it a couple of times just to see what developed, and now they've put them in a position where they can continue to be aggressive.
Elton Brand banging his way home. And saved by Radmanovich. I think the backboard may have helped that block.
Well, Radmanovich got that block from behind.
Now Kobe all the way to the hole again on his way down. Kwame's there, can't clean it up, right back up with it, and a loose ball foul. From behind, Sean Livingston. Great work rate. We've talked about it off the bench. And Phil has already said to Kwame, just play defense and rebound. Everything will fall into place if you do that, and it has so far. Kwame's got 9 boards tonight in limited minutes.
Play defense and rebound and make a couple of free throws.
Glad you said so.
No.
Well, he's got a couple tonight, actually.
Yeah, well, a couple more then.
A couple of misses, too, though.
He plays 50%, 2 out of 4. Now, now that's an air ball. If you shoot an air ball, you shouldn't get the next one. That's the new rule.
I don't disagree at all.
If you go to the line to shoot 2.
Especially at home. You can't complain about the background.
I don't care where you are. If you miss the first of 2 and it's an air ball, you're not allowed to shoot the second one.
And that's at Foxy's end. Now Lamar, go back up. Over Kamen. Blast it home. What a gift. But Kwame planted. It's a 13-point lead for the Lakers, 79-66. So the biggest lead of the night, separation for the Lakers. Little weave on top, Maggette. Man, Corey Maggette.
That's where you want him, though.
You know, he was headed out of town. You remember that last year?
Yeah, but the injury,
Ron Artest.
The injury stopped that one. He had that foot injury.
Kwame. The double. He tried to throw it away. Radmanovic gets it. A little strong. Kobe, what are you doing in there with the left hand? Kwame. Nobody brought it down. That would have been the best advice I could have given them. Now Elton Brand. Lamar closed well. Final 2 minutes. How do the Lakers close the quarter? Cassell wanted to go in. It's Kamen. And with the right hand, well, he got tapped. That was tough. Good shot. Drop step and a hook, and the Lakers will take it. Now Lamar, a little crease all the way to the rim. Didn't get the roll.
Lamar says, just not my night. I can't get the roll, and I can't get a call.
Ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Lakers belongs to the Clips with 19 left on the shot clock. Well, there's only a 3-point lead at the break for the Lakers, don't forget, and they've expanded it to 11. Still shooting just 38%. But the work rate, the extra effort, the boards, second chance opportunities.
Oh, the Clips going big in the backcourt.
Elton Brand. It stays out again. Tim Thomas there to clean it up after the Lakers couldn't collect the miss. They're down to 9 after it was up. The 13-4 straight for the Clippers. Maggette and now Thomas off the bench for the first time in the second.
Got 6'10" Tim Thomas guarding Sasha. And he can do that because Sasha won't take him off the dribble. Sasha's looking to spot up, shoot jumpers.
Lamar with space. And Radmanovic. Well, it's only going to be on the floor because he didn't have 2 hands on the rebound as he tried to tap it home. Minute 6 to play.
Yeah,
and they're out of fouls anyway, so 2 free throws.
Yeah.
We've talked about that rule, though. You got to have 2 for the putback. So Radmanovic shoots 2.
Mo Evans coming into the game, and I would think he's coming in for Kobe. You know, you want Kobe to have, again, the 3 fouls used in the final 12 minutes, plus, more importantly, you need him to have some rest.
Radmanovic doesn't get the roll. Lakers just 21 of 31 at the free throw line. If it gets down to the wire, they'll look back at the misses at the stripe.
And he comes in for Lamar.
You know, Radmanovic, we've talked about his hand, and he took off that apparatus he had in the shooting hand. He said it's getting better, or to put it, well, simply, he said it's not getting any worse, so it must be getting better. He's averaging 6 and 3 so far in 16 minutes over the first 10, just trying to find himself.
But when you're struggling with an injury offensively, that's when you really have to concentrate on doing the other things, rebounding, playing defense, and creating some situations where you're not relying upon offense.
Maggette over Mo Evans. He can get him back into it in a hurry. Final 45 seconds with the Lakers up by 8, so their lead trimmed down 5. Was all the way up to 13. Evans in the corner for 3. Kobe found him. He spaced. Lakers back up by 11. So the 3-point shot. Big time for the Lakers in the second half. Sean Livingston. And got to the basket too easy. Nobody rotated over once he got a beat.
Yeah, he went around that first little bit of a screen as he beat Sasha, and nobody was there. And that's one of the rare times the Lakers haven't at least had some help defense in the building.
Well, you talked about Kobe and Lamar. Neither picked up a foul so far. Still a few seconds left, but now the pick coming. Kobe's got to hurry. Kwame give him the pick. at the buzzer. Too strong, and that'll do it for the third 12-minute session. A real plus for the Lakers, though, as they go to the break, winning the quarter by 6 points.
Well, and Lamar had something to do with that, as he only had 4 points in the first half, but he comes out in the third and strikes for 10. And that's what the Lakers need. They need that double-headed offensive punch, and Lamar can definitely add to it.
Sean P. Diddy Combs has been using...
After the Lakers shot threes in the first half, you wouldn't suspect that would be the difference to start the second half. But the Lakers' long-range shooting gives them a 9-point lead to start the fourth. And welcome back once again. First of the 4-game City Series, the Lakers and the Clippers. And the Lakers started up 83-74. Stu, 5 for 5 from three-point land for the Lakers in the third after going 2 for 9 in the first half.
What will they do in the fourth quarter? Will that shot start to fail them and they stay with it, or will they go inside to Andrew Bynum?
Andrew Bynum asked for the repost. Now, overcame in left hand. Soft touch. Didn't go home, though.
Nice look, though.
Yes. And did you see the way he directed Lamar and asked him to repost it?
I like it.
Yeah. He's for 19.
I like it.
Pick and roll. Kaman doubled. Sasha rotated down well. Help. Now Kaman with the right hand. The drop step to the baseline. And a good look for Chris Kaman. 7-point ball game as Kaman's in double figures. He's got 10 and 10, a double-double. And the third of their starters to go into double figures. Andrew backdoor Sasha. On the reverse, it's blocked away by the length of Sean Livingston. You got plenty of time on the shot clock. Don't panic. Lamar, clear path, taken away. Livingston again. Now Livingston, Mo Evans trying to time it. Livingston protected it well, though. Well, that's a guard, isn't it?
That's the way you do. You cut off the angle. The oncoming defender is trying to set you up. You take his angle away.
With the Lakers starting the fourth without Kobe on the floor. Lamar's there, trying to go around Kaman. He does. And he's fouled from behind. They were on top of the ball, but they also were a little bit, there was that arm bar in the lower section. So Chris Kaman with a foul.
A good job on that previous play down, as the Carl Jr. Exmo shows you. Maurice Evans was trying to set him up to get the angle, but took the angle away and just lays it in very easily.
Kaman got the foul. It's his fourth, so Ross and Kaman with 4 apiece. Ross been on the bench for some time now, over the last 4+ minutes. And Lamar looks like the first quarter when he couldn't make a free throw. He's 2 for 7 for the game, 14 and 5 for Lamar with a couple of assists. This is a guy that's averaging 19 and 9 with 5 assists. So he's spoiled us across the board with his consistency. He's not been able to hit his free throws tonight at all. 2 for 8. And when you're in a tight game, that is a huge factor. The Lakers have too many misses. A dozen at the free throw line.
Even with him being a vet, he's thinking about it right now. He's thinking about the free throws.
Sasha trying to keep up with Livingston. Livingston, the mid-range runner. He's got it. So Sean Livingston, a big player off the bench for them to start the fourth. What a difference maker he's become.
Problem was Phil Jackson wanted to give Kobe X number of minutes on the bench. Well, if they continue to struggle offensively, he's going to be forced to go back to him.
Now Lamar, smaller man on his back, so that frees up the perimeter. Can Sasha burn him as they moved it? The spacing was there. And a long rebound to Radmanovic. Sasha again. Same result. Andrew Bynum after it, and Elton Brand's got it. A little more than 2 minutes gone by. Lakers on the wrong end of a 7-0 run. It could be a 10-0 run. And a break as McGetty. Lamar taps it out of bounds. Well, a little bit loose ball foul. And Lamar's going to watch it.
Yeah, he's close to a tee. Little frustration setting in because of the free throws and the lack of whistles that he thought he should have been receiving on the other end. And now he picks up his fourth. 9:47 to play in the fourth. And the Clippers on a little bit of a surge here to pull to within 3.
So that's the first team foul on the Lakers. Lamar, as you mentioned, got his fourth. Brand over Bynum. Andrew did enough defensively. That was a flat one. He changed it. There's no doubt he altered that shot. Lamar stepping into the three. Real strong. So the Lakers can't fall in love with it. It did work.
But that's what I was saying a minute ago. Are they going to continue with that now and have that be a shot that causes their downfall? Or is Chris Kaman's call for backing into Lamar? Lamar finally gets a whistle to go his way. That's the 5th on Chris Kaman.
Sold it well, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean. So instead of going with another big, they're going to go small. They bring in Katina Mobley for their 7-footer. So they're going to go small. But as I talked about with Elton Brand and his long arms, he can play like a 7-footer.
I'd still like to see Bynum get some touches, though, in the post and see what he can do. He's got Brand on him down there. Let's see if they get it down on the block. Lamar up against Tim Thomas. Mo Evans. Tough shot. And Elton Brand had the inside position.
That was another 3?
Right. Another. You can't fall in love with it. Plus, low percentage looks for the Lakers. Sasha's call for the reach on Livingston, who's trying to go behind his back.
You know the old adage, you reach, they teach. Sasha reached, and Livingston taught him a little something about it.
Bad time for a dry spell. Lakers, you have yet to score here in the 4th. 3 minutes gone.
And the other thing about keeping Kobe out for too long is his knee stiffens up.
Right. Entry to Thomas as they move it around on this space. And for the tie, Livingston. Boy, what he's done for the Clippers since coming off the bench. Sean Livingston with 9 points. And 7 of those 9 coming here in the early portion of the 4th. It is all even. So that's their first 3. Now Lamar isolated on Thomas. Beat him on the baseline. On the reverse, he dished off. Should have thrown it up. It'll be brought in on the side. And that'll take us to a timeout.
And that's going to give Phil some more time to think, well, do I bring Kobe back now or do I wait just another minute? Phil, I vote for bringing him back now.
Lakers 0 for 6, looking for their first points of the 4th. And the Clippers, a 9-0 run to begin the 4th. They have tied it, as this is the first of 4 in the City Series. Joel Myers, Stu Lance back at Staples Center. They've split it each of the last 2 seasons. Prior to that, though, don't forget the Lakers were 31-3 over the Clippers. So very competitive now. That's because of the addition of not only Chris Kaman, but also Sean Livingston to go along with Elton Brand and Sam Cassell. So Kobe's back into the game for the final 8:26. He's got 3 fouls. He's also got 30 points. His biggest night of the year so far, 31. And he'll top that easily for the Lakers to win tonight. Kwame Brown in for Andrew Bynum as well. Kobe off the dribble, setting up Smush, who just checked back in. Teardrop, and it wouldn't stay home. Kwame after it, and it'll be a loose ball foul.
You know, that teardrop isn't an easy shot. You see more and more Smalls taking that shot, but it's not an easy one. You have to really spend a lot of time in the gym with that one, but like all shots, you got to spend a lot of time in the gym.
Elton Brand got the foul. It is the 3rd team foul of the Clippers, so like the Lakers, they have 3 apiece. Kobe on the follow-up. Right on line, but long as it's tapped and kept alive by Kwame, but picked up by Brand. Now the Clippers look for their first lead of the second half. Tim Thomas, who killed the Lakers in the postseason last year. Livingston's had the hot hand. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Tim Thomas. He's trying to make sure that Radmanovic couldn't front him.
Well, you create your space with your feet, and he tried to do it with his arms again. And that's the way more and more players are getting caught doing that particular swim move or just hooking the defender.
Will it be points off the turnover for the Lakers? Their first points of the 4th. Radmanovic trying to get in the hole with the left hand. He did. Doesn't get the finger roll, though, on the scoop. So the Lakers now 0 for 8. Make it 0 for 9, in fact, to start the 4th. Still, it is tied at 83. On the positive side for the Lakers, they don't trade. Deep into the clock, Clippers have to make a decision.
Well, at least they have it into their playmakers' hands when it's deep.
And space for Thomas. He doesn't get it. 2 Lakers right there, and Mo Evans took it away from Smush. Smush is available. Mo Evans is tripped. Man. It'll be in on the side, but now the Clippers out of fouls. The rest of the contest is Maggette got it.
Well, a lot depends on who they send to the line, though. Lakers not burning it up from that position on the floor, only shooting 65%.
Well, here's a gamble. Kaman in with 5 this early in the fourth as the Lakers call a timeout. Still looking for their first points of the fourth.
Like I said, sometimes you gamble and win. Sometimes you gamble and lose. We'll see what happens in the case of Mike Dunleavy.
Lakers basketball on FSN West is brought to you by Corona Extra, miles away from ordinary. And by Grey Goose, the world's best tasting vodka. Welcome back to Staples Center, where the Lakers are scoreless over the last 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Yet they're still tied. Smush trying to weave his way to a shot. Mo Evans. And another one. Way outside. So the Lakers settling for the perimeter shot, not taking the shots inside, although we've seen a couple of teardrops. Smush and then Radmanovich with a scoop.
Will the Lakers score in this quarter? That's the question of the evening.
They're almost halfway through it. Kaman, and he walked with it. He changed his pivot foot. That was an easy call for Sean Corbin. So a turnover. That is the 19th for the Clippers.
Let me write this note here and send it down to Chris Kaman. Chris, you should come to the big man camp this summer so we can teach you some footwork.
12 turnovers for the Lakers. 19 for the Clippers. Kobe wanted it in the pinch post position. It goes the other way to Lamar. Lamar, can he get to the hole? Now, got to make a decision. And it's Mo Evans thrown away. Can't get it. So, not exactly the sequence the Lakers were looking for after a turnover. And they're still scoreless.
This is going to be a fourth quarter, or already a fourth quarter to forget. Halfway through, and they haven't scratched.
Phil, he can't believe it either.
That's a painful laugh there.
Without a doubt. Obviously, you know, from over the shoulder was Tex Winter, who put the shot in his ear. Tex can get something out of Phil like that. Kaman trying to find space. And they've got their first lead of the second half on Chris Kaman's jump hook. He's got 12 and 10 in 31 minutes. And the Lakers are down by a deuce. Kobe up against Mobley. And knocked away. Baseline's free. Deep into the shot clock, and he's shoved. He'll have a couple of free throws to tie it up. Mobley, as he spun to the baseline with a forearm. And he got Kobe. Mobley gets his fourth foul. Lakers only have 2 team fouls. I might have said 3, but it's 2 team fouls on the Lakers. So they still have a couple to give with 5:38 to play, and that's an important number, as they are shooting the rest of the way.
Yeah, they're going to have to rely on their defense and situations on that end, because offensively, wow, they are struggling.
Kobe gets their own 1-point game, and let's face it, they struggled in a win on Sunday night. Lamar said you got to win ugly, and they won ugly on Sunday night, 82-72 over a team that has had their issues, the Chicago Bulls. Luke Walton's back into the game. I said to you, between the third and fourth, I thought Luke was due. I didn't know he'd wait this long to get in, though. Wasn't up to him, though.
You know, 5:38 left to go in the ball game, and we've got basically a tie game here because they're down 1, but Kobe's normally pretty active from that position and ties it up.
He's got 32. 20 came in the first 12-minute session. 13 of 14 to the free throw line. 9 of 19 from the field. Even at 85. Help on the baseline. It'll be a foul on Walton. And a couple of free throws coming up for Corey Maggette with a quick first step on his weak side.
I tell you, I'm just a big believer that you have to play certain people differently. I mean, you know what they like to do. You get their tendencies, and you try to keep them away from their A and B moves. Make them go to a C situation.
Maggette had burned the Lakers in the third from the perimeter. That time, a dash to the rack, and he's got the first of 2. 1-point lead for the Clippers at 86-85. They've shot 49% for the game. The Lakers, 33%. But the Lakers have been able to get the free throw line. That's the difference right now. That's what has kept them in the game, despite all their misses at the stripe. couple of big ones for Maggette because he's got 3 misses at the free throw line. 15, make it 16 now for the game for Corey. Not a lot from the Lakers bench. Now Kobe by Maggette all the way to the hole. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Now the foul, is it going to be Maggette again? Because Kaman came over to help out. It is Kaman, and he's gone. So Chris Kaman fouled out of the game with 5:15. We talked about the gamble. It's going to be Brand coming back earlier than they wanted.
Not a bad guy to have to put back in, though.
No.
I mean, you put in your best player, that's not a bad move. But they missed the size and presence of Chris Kaman. Leaves with 12 and 10, 12 points, 10 rebounds in 32 minutes. But Kobe going back to the charity stripe. This will be attempts 15 and 16 for Kobe. He had 4 blocks, he being Chris Kaman, in seemingly the first quarter. I thought he was going to have a career night, a real career night in that department.
And I mentioned to you love Kobe going to the hoop. But at the same time, as much as he means to the Lakers,
well,
you worry about him on the landing.
Any player that is always attacking like that, their chance for injury multiplies. That's why I said about Sam Cassell. Sam doesn't attack the rim. Sam just is, he's one of those floor players. But, you know, these players that are creative and exciting to watch, they're also players that have a high risk for injury.
Kobe tries to tie it at 87. Man doesn't get the second. Another miss at the free throw line for the Lakers. Kobe's not been the problem, though. He's 14 of 16.
Well, he's missed 2.
25 of 38 at the stripe for the Lakers. They've missed 13 as a group. 5 minutes to play. Maggette easy on the reverse. So a little handoff from Brand on the assist, and a 3-point lead for the Clippers. Their biggest of the second half. Their largest game of the first half at 6. Kobe draws 2. Lamar. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Kobe denied by Ross. Tough shot. Makes no difference. 1-point game. Boy, and Ross couldn't have played it any better defensively.
Man, he's 80%. I would not like to see him when he's fully recovered.
So the Lakers get their first field goal of the 4th. Almost 8 minutes gone by. The double on Livingston. It frees up. Tim Thomas on the reverse. Barely got to the rim. Where was that in game 6?
Come on, listen.
I know. I gotta lose it.
You let it go.
Lakers look to regain the lead. Lamar underneath, beating Thomas to this spot. Now the little baby hook. Finger rolls it home. Lakers by 1.
Now that was good footwork.
Yes.
He got shut off the baseline, but he did a good pivot, anchored his pivot foot, and gets the easy hoop.
Well, the Lakers just got to stop. Need another. Livingston setting up. Elton Brand. Man, money in the bank from that range. About 15 feet away. Boy, has he refined that area of his game. 1-point lead for the Clippers. Smush trying to lose Livingston. Kobe on the curl. Got Ross out of position. Man, never got to the rim. And a loose ball foul on Kobe on the reach out of frustration. So 13 foul on the Lakers and the 4th on Kobe. First of the second half.
The defense shut him off as far as letting him get all the way into the paint. He pulls up at about the 8-foot mark, 10-foot mark, and then from the side, Quentin Ross seemed like he got a piece of that shot.
It looked like he changed the rotation.
Yeah. And Kobe, in his haste to get it back, commits his 4th.
Got to worry about Brand. Cassell has been on the bench a long time, so he's going to be coming back in the next whistle, next time out.
That's because that man has played so well.
You got a long break. Lamar snatches the Livingston miss. Backdoor Kwame. And Elton Brand with the foul. Hope everybody comes out of that okay. That was a hard collision.
Well, it's not the collision at the top that I was so concerned about.
Landing.
But yeah, it was the landing that concerned me for both players. And they both get up, seemingly both okay. Now Kwame gets to visit that area where he hasn't been very effective. And see, that's the kind of a play where he falls on Elton Brand's foot and leg. That's how you get a knee injury or so, and that's just scary.
Elton trying to recover. He slid under Kwame. It took him off balance. Now to tie it. Kwame gets it done. 3 of 7.
Looks up to the heavens and says,
Thank you.
Thank you. And Mike Dunleavy says, let's see if you can do it 2 times, especially after a break. He's taking a timeout at the 3:05 mark in a game.
We're back at Staples Center, where the Lakers have taken 6 of the first 7 this year, 16 out of the last 18 going back to last season. Let's see if they can get enough stops. That's going to be the key down the stretch. Livingston stays on the floor. Cassell does not come back into the game, in fact, for the Clips. Kobe, Smush, Kwame Brown, Lamar, as Kwame, with pressure on, gets them both. 1-point lead, and Luke Walton, the 5th on the floor for the Lakers. You love it. Well, Kwame's got a double-double with 10 and 13. Spaghetti trying to beat Walton to the spot to get it. On the spin, Luke's there, and the block's there. Kwame came over to help out. Kobe comes away. Smush on the weak side if he wants him. Kobe on the crossover. The teardrop's a beauty.
I told you it's not easy, but when Kobe shoots it, it looks like it's an absolute gem.
Man, did he toss that up in the air. 37 for Kobe. Lakers by 3. Moving pick, Elton Brand, foul number 5. Lakers get it back on the turnover with 2:28 to play. Don't ask Mike Dunleavy what he feels about it.
Well, he knows. He might be complaining on it, but he knows it was an illegal screen as Kobe pushed the Lakers up by 3 with the teardrop and bigs. They go swinging. They throw their shoulders out of place trying to block that thing.
Now, huge possession. Can the Lakers make it a 2-possession lead? Kobe wants it with Quentin Ross on his back.
But somebody else is going to have to want it.
Yep. Lamar. Can he get to the hole again? Yes, with contact. He goes to the line because it was fouled early. And a couple of more free throws. But this is the one spot where Kwame just hit it. Lamar doesn't want to be there.
Well, especially Lamar. Kwame's 50% from that spot, 4 out of 8. Lamar is 2 out of 8. Let me do the math. That's 25%.
And Lamar, coming in, hadn't had any problems. 83% of the season, 45 of 54. Just one of those nights.
Yeah, it's just one of those nights. But 2 here, and, the rest won't feel as bad.
There's 1. Now Cassell, because it was Kobe who worked Livingston out top. So he's bringing the experience back onto the floor with Sam Cassell.
Yeah, I think he's bringing Sam in because he knows Sam is the one guy on that team that wants to take the big shot from the perimeter area. I mean, obviously Elton Brand would take it in the mid-range game, but from the perimeter, it's Sam I am.
Now pressure in the backcourt. Thomas gets it across. The Lakers have to get into their matchups now as Lamar's going to take Brand. It'll be Thomas. He didn't want the shot. Kwame closed. And Kwame tried to get the charge. Instead, it looked like Luke got a piece of it. Shot clock all the way down. Brand didn't get it. Loose ball. Tapped out. Kwame's got it. Smush kept it alive.
That's a good hustle play by the Lakers. They scrambled on that one.
They get to stop. They're up by 5. A ton of time left in this baby. Lamar just hit a couple of free throws. Kwame wants the double. He's got Luke underneath. Found him. And a huge play. What a pass by Kwame.
What have I told you about it many times, Joel? You never can double team off the box. Luke is sitting on the box. His man tries to sneak attack on Kwame and doesn't get it. Leaves Luke all alone. Kwame finds him. He has an easy shot. Puts the Lakers up by 7 with 1:25 left to play. There it is, off the cut. Oh, Corey, he's under the basket. Too late.
How about that no look?
Oh, that was a look, believe me. And Luke says, thank you for looking. The Lakers go up by 7, 98-91 with 1:25 to play in the 4th, thanks to a 12-2 run by the Lakers. And I'll tell you, it only took 3.5 minutes to do that. I was worried that the Lakers wouldn't score 12 points. They went a whole half of this quarter without scratching and finally got on track. Now they need to play some D and get a stop.
Yeah, and that's the key, that they have played enough D because the Clips only have 17 in the quarter. They've outscored the Lakers 17-15 despite the Lakers going, well, they got points but only had 1 field goal in the first 8 minutes of the 4th. Cassell got away from the Smush. It's Ross teeing it up. Brand new game. You get a stop there, you probably win.
Well,
now it's down to 4.
Not only that, but you just don't give up threes.
Kobe trying to find some space out top. Man, Kobe running into Lamar. Lamar's lucky he didn't move his pivot foot with that kind of collision. Shot clock coming down on Kobe and the Lakers. They'll try to get to the baseline. On the spin, what footwork? And it stays home. How about a 360 on the rim?
That boy.
Inside of a minute to play, Lakers by a half dozen.
I think I might keep number 24. Now you don't give up threes.
McGetty's going to the line to shoot 3, or will they say he's on the line? Yes, he'll get 2 free throws. The foul, Luke got caught in the air.
What a move by Kobe. Shot clock was a definite issue because he ran an ISO. When he wanted the ISO, the shot clock was probably about 8. So he's saying, let me take him. Then the double comes. Spin through it, throw it up softly, touch every part of the rim. Just every part of it. That's just soft. Just nestle itself in.
McGetty with 46.2 to play. He's going to try to make it a 4-point game with the next. So still too much time left. Lakers with 1 and a 20. A full timeout and a 20 left for the Lakers.
Well, I think one more score by the Lakers will be just enough. I talked about keeping McGetty off the line. He's got 19, make it 20. He's been to the line 11 times. He's scored 8 out of those 11. So you got to keep him off the charity stripe.
The double. Lamar will get it across with plenty of time. Beating the 8 count. And now the final 36 seconds. Using as much clock as possible. Now I got to make a decision. It'll be Smush. Over to Luke for the win. Got it! Lakers up by 7. 26 seconds to play. That should be enough. Don't foul, don't give a 3. And that will do it. The guy that just got the 3 grabs it, but throws it away.
Luke,
wait a minute.
Luke is a decision maker. When I say a decision maker, usually a very good decision maker.
Kobe can't believe it either.
Why even throw the ball down there? You got enough points to win the game. You just dribble it across, sit on it, and hatch it. It's not going to come back to haunt him, but believe me, the staff will remind him about that play. And they'll also remind him about his last basket. Nice job, Luke.
Michael at the foul line. He shoots the reload. No good.
Luke came through in the clutch, and then he threw the length of the floor to Smush, and all of a sudden we all took a deep breath like, whoa. But it should be enough with 16 seconds to play. In the first of the 4-game set, Billy McDonald, Jack Haley, Paul Westphal. They'll break it all down. Still join the guys right away, and then I'll join them a few minutes later. We'll all be there for FSN Live here from Staples Center. Now, no fouls. Don't stop the clock that way. It'll be Tim Thomas for 3. Man, oh man. Down to 4. Kobe will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. You make your free throws, you win the game. With 12.8 to play.
Well, yeah, there's no question about that. They got the right guy going there. I mean, he's a guy that loves, literally loves to be on the line when it means something.
Well, he's 14 of 16 to the line. Again, a better than 50% night from the field for Kobe. As I mentioned, only 2 guys in the league with averaging better than 20 and 5 assists. Kobe and Tony Parker that are shooting better than 50% from the field. Comes through with the pressure on. Not exactly a shock, is it? 5-point lead for the Lakers. You can make it a full 2-possession game as he hits 40 for the first time this year.
45 and 5. Not a bad night's work.
Doesn't get the second. No fouls. 4-point, make it a 5-point lead. Thomas again. Long. Elton Brand. So it's down to 3.
Doesn't really matter. They don't have to just sit on it now.
Just got to get it in.
Timeout.
It'll be Smush. And he'll go to the line to shoot. He could have thrown it ahead, then the game's over. Clock would have expired.
But you know what? The guy ahead, the next pass was Kwame.
I'm
serious. But I'm thinking, don't put Kwame in that position where he has to go to the line and make free throws when they mean something. Take it upon yourself. You're a guard. You say, hey, foul me. I want to go to the line.
And he will, where he's been there once tonight. Smush hit some early threes in the second half when the Lakers expanded that lead to 13.
And he only needs one, because then a three-pointer means nothing. And he's not going to get the first one.
That almost put a crack in the window. So Maggette was called for the foul.
And he's out.
So he's fouled out of the game. Back into the game, Cuttino Mobley, another three-point shooter, just get a free throw.
Another game where the Lakers, they shoot 37% from the field and win. 37.
Well, we talked about, what Lamar said, winning the ugly games, where you're not your best, but you win the close ones that way. They shot 40%. Held the Bulls to 34% Sunday night and won it 82-72.
Yeah, but you don't want them all to be ugly.
Well, get it out of your system. Really come on strong late. Smush ends it. Now, let them have whatever they want. No contact. And they'll advance it. So a timeout left for the Clips.
They had a timeout left? Oh, wow. We got to go sell something? All right, let's do it.
Play any defense at all. A second and a half left, and you don't want to come close.
You just don't want to play any defense around the basket. I mean, you don't want them to throw it in from out of bounds near the basket. If they throw it around the perimeter, so be it. I guess who...
Well, with 1.5 to play,
the game.
Right? Yeah, shock. Kobe, he had 20 of the 40, and got everybody else involved once again. Real clean game for Kobe overall. In fact, how about only one turnover for Kobe? That many minutes on the floor. They want contact. Don't give it to him, and it's all over. So the Lakers take the first of 4 from the Clippers this year after splitting the season series last year, and they'd be lost without him.
Oh, boy, that man, number 24, Kobe Bryant, leads his team to the first victory over the Clippers this season, winning 105-101.
And the Lakers also with a season-high 4-game winning streak as they take over the lead in the Pacific Division with an 8-3 record. For Stu Lance, I'm Joel Myers. We're going to join the guys, though, in the studio in just a minute. Right now, FSN Live starts immediately as we go downstairs to Patrick O'Neill. Patrick?
Joel, thank you very much. Kobe, you know what? This game was really tight all the way down the stretch. The fourth quarter took you guys a little while to get it going. Once you did, though, you pulled it out. Talk about the victory.
Yeah, well, they made a nice run in the fourth quarter. And it was important for us just to rebuild that momentum and that energy that we had coming into the fourth quarter. And we were able to do that and came out here with a victory.
You had 40 points tonight. The Lakers now 7-1 on the home court. The Pacific Division was at stake between the Clippers and the Lakers. I don't know about you, but the vibe in the building seemed pretty strong. Playoff atmosphere, not quite, but still, there's some good energy out here.
Well, I think, there's a lot of energy with this season. I think the team sees the potential of this ball club, and we just have to continue to play well, continue to improve and work hard, and who knows what might happen.
Now, I have to ask, the 40 points, only one turnover for you, really strong game. Where are you physically? Is the explosion back?
I'm back. I feel great.
Well, it sure looked like it tonight. One last question. You may share the building with the Clippers, but tonight, when it's your home court, it's the Lakers building.
Yeah, well, you know what? Having the lights out really sets the mood for us. Really gives us a home court advantage. It gives us our own atmosphere here at Staples Center. So, yeah, this is our home court.
Now a test on Friday against Utah. Good luck there.
Thank you.
All right. Kobe Bryant, always appreciate you stopping by. 40 points. The Lakers, when he scores, it's 7 straight games, I should say. Kobe has had 35 or more against the Clippers. All right, FSN Live begins right now. Let's go to the studio. We have Billy Mack, Jack, and Paul. Guys?
Yeah.